Views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
This show's audio was via a Skype call. The future awaits you with Let It Go Radio and internationally renowned host Barbara Scheidegger. Do you struggle with believing in yourself, reaching for the stars, or simply saying, yes, I can? This show will accelerate your yes to anything in life as Barbara explores self-improvement, behavior modification, how to effectively achieve your goals, and quantum hypnotherapy. As an ultimate Renaissance woman, Barbara will show you how to let go of old patterns, manage expectations, and gain the necessary tools to live a more vibrant, prosperous, and happy life through Swiss Hypnotherapy. No perfection, just excellence. Let It Go Radio starts now.
Hey everybody, welcome. And we have got a super announcement for all of you today. Today, many of you have heard the introduction to the show that I get to do with Barbara Scheidegger. And today we have a special announcement for all of you. Let It Go Radio is bringing to all of you, finally, unleashed, released, revealed, whatever the language is, the culmination of what Barbara is doing in the world to help people live life full out, to help them show up, to help them heal, to help them grow, to help them be successful, to help them become everything they want to be in life. And when we think about this, especially in the context of today's headlines, of course, with the Super Bowl, we wonder, how is it some people get to show up brilliantly and beautifully? How did they get to break through and successfully be the people they were always meant to be? Well, here we are with Barbara, and her own health took it in her hands, found her way to hypnotherapy, and mentored by the best in the craft. She lived, she learned, and now she is inviting all of you to share in what we're excited to be talking about today, Swiss hypnotherapy. Today, you're going to hear what it is and why it is. Because when you are in the field of wellness, you have to ask yourself, how is it we can put everything we've learned together? And when we put it together, how do we bring our lives, our culture to the forefront that enables us to show up absolutely perfectly for all of you? Her techniques are all part of letting go, but more importantly, once you let go, what do you want to bring in? If you get rid of those old patterns, what do you want to bring in for new patterns? Do you want it to be about a job? Do you want to have the clarity to have success in your own business? Do you want to have a love relationship of your life? How do you want that all to happen? Today, what Barbara is going to be sharing with all of you is the realization that her life, her ability to take what she has become from the amazing Swiss culture, bring it forth, and how that has helped shape and culminate what we are talking to you about today, which is Swiss hypnotherapy. Barbara, great to have you here.
Thank you.
What an enormous breakthrough today.
Well, I have to say I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so actually excited to share this not only with you, if possible, with the whole world. But we have to understand we cannot change the world, but we can start with changing ourselves. And the fact of that, when we are able to change ourselves for who we want to be and who we are, it creates a domino effect. You can share that with others. Your energy level, your positive energy level just goes up. People realize that, and they feel like they have to talk to you, or they have to say something to you, or like I went to Starbucks, I sat there at a coffee, and Actually, I don't drink coffee. I have to admit I had my hot chocolate. And someone just said next to me, and she just started to talk to me. First, she said, I love your smile. I said, oh, that's very nice. And so we started to talk, and instead of just being 20 minutes at Starbucks, I was there for 90 minutes. And she explained her life, and, she felt down. She didn't feel good anymore. And it was somebody's fault and this fault. And I talked to her, and seriously, I had to say, I can say that, we have to stop that crap.
Yeah.
Blaming others.
Yeah.
What can you do? What you have learned? What have you learned from all this blaming others, blaming things? Is what do you gain from it? What do you gain from being negative? She looked at me and said, I don't feel good. I said, okay. So what can you gain from being positive? So we went through the thing. Positive. I told her, just how about now the coffee you drink? How is that? It makes me feel good. It's warm. It's fine. And actually, I'm happy to sit here. I'm great, and I feel good, so I can talk to you. And we got out of that negative. For me, I just have a warm coffee. That's all I have. And I have that great warm coffee, and actually, I sit next to you, and now we can talk. After 90 minutes, I had to go, she had to go, and I got a big hug, and she told me, I think you changed my life already. And this is what it is. Focus on the positive and put away that crap.
Yeah.
Blaming others, blaming the neighbor, the dog, the things. It's not going to bring you anything. All it brings you down.
Yeah.
So we do have the choice how we want to think. And we do have the choice to take full responsibility for our actions, because we are doing it and no one else does it. Mm-hmm. So this is what I came together with. Actually, the way I grew up, I moved to the US when I was 27 years old. I did not speak English at all, nothing.
Wow.
I had 2 little kids, husband, and not much. So we came into this country, which is open for the big opportunities, and I'm grateful to be here. But with my Swiss mentality, persistence, being neutral, being adaptable, because in Switzerland, it's a small country. We have to adapt. We speak in one country 4 languages.
Yeah.
So you go a few miles, and there suddenly they speak French, then they speak Italian, there's Swiss German, and then we have the little language that's more cultural. It's a language that's called Romansh. It's between German and Italian. It's there, but we're not hearing that much from that. But anyway, you turn on the radio, it's French suddenly, or then suddenly they speak Italian, or they speak German. And as a Swiss German, we learn Swiss German. We don't learn German. So we have to learn High German, reading and writing. So this is already an adaptation. It's completely normal for us suddenly to have something new in your life and adapt and being neutral. It's a big addition in my life. Taking just that way of being neutral. And even with my clients, I don't judge. I don't point fingers. I'm neutral. And I'm just there what the client wants to have and to listen to. I'm a good listener, and hearing the little words and the little additions they put in, but, or I shouldn't, or I never, and I'm so unlucky, and I always have to pull them out. You're listening so unlucky. Look, you're sitting here. You're actually very well dressed, and we can talk. And you took the courage today to sit across me and telling your feelings, and it's courage. Mm-hmm. So this this is growing up as a Swiss person and being punctual and taking responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way I grew up. And I made a combination of that. And it's not what I'm teaching people. It's the tools. The tools I use to get through people so they have I would say, the trust with me, that they sit there and feel finally comfortable to tell me their stories in their way. And as we know, there's always a story behind the story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But we let the story behind the story go. And this is what we have now.
Yeah.
Let's deal with now. So I'm giving people natural tools to heal themselves within. And I'm not saying it replaces, conventional medicine. It is an addition to it. And we can, through hypnotherapy, let the conventional medicine a little bit go, take a little bit less medicine. Maybe we cannot take we don't have to take anything anymore, but it's a process. It's a learning experience, and it is taking full responsibility for your action. And this is what I teach people.
Yeah, I love that we're talking about this. And for those of you today that are just tuning in, we are introducing all of you to something amazing Barbara has created. One of the things I love is that it's almost universal, Barbara, and we'll talk about this when we come back from break. Whenever we hear Swiss, anytime we hear the word Swiss, and then whatever that is that follows it, there are three things that come to mind. And I believe this is universal. One, trustworthy, reliable, absolutely. The number two, precision, a level of precision that is unprecedented, right? And three, the third thing that, large people, there's an essence of what the culture is about. There's an essence of tradition. There's an essence of how do we take the vast diversity that you just referred to? Because Switzerland really is that country that's at the crossroad of many cultures, yet at the same time has kept a beautiful identity. Beautiful identity. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, out of this culture, out of Barbara's life, out of Barbara's training comes Swiss hypnotherapy. When we come back, you're going to hear how this hypnotherapy is all of everything I just said and then some. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome. This is an introduction. I got to tell you, I've been working with Barbara now, and I just love what she has to share and what she's bringing to the world. Some of us, we look back at our lives and we are known for some parts of our upbringing that resonate with all of you. And today we're talking about how all of Barbara's training, everything she's learned is couched in, growing up in a culture, growing up with a Swiss notion of life that many of us, we know about it. We, more than any flag, I think, Barbara, more than any flag that we know of, especially outside of the United States, what the Swiss stand for is undeniably a sense of quality and integration and precision. And it is almost universal. I don't know of anybody that would turn down a Swiss Army knife or a Swiss watch, just to be honest with you. But this is what you're incorporating into your hypnotherapy practice.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about the beginning point. And we were talking about you got to start with clarity.
Definitely. You have to, once you have clarity in your life and you know what you want, which is really, that goes together with clarity, that's when we can start working on what you want and working with the plan. We have to have clarity make a plan, and then it's action. You just cannot have clarity and run and start something. It's like, now you know exactly what you want. How does that look? How does it look for you now? How would it feel when you achieve your goal? What do you have to leave behind in order to move forward? Mm-hmm. That too. And what's very interesting actually is in hypnotherapy, it's a tool. To give people and what we have to understand, what we leave behind, we don't even need to mention anymore. You don't have to relive your life from the past. We're not even talking about that. I'm just asking you, are you willing to let that go? And that's very important, that you have the clarity that, yes, I want to let go. It's we have the precision in there. It's not perfection, it's precision. No. For you. There's no perfection. There's always somebody who knows a little bit more, or there's excellency, giving the best of you. That's basically what it is. Yeah. The best of you, that's all you can do. And nobody can actually ask you to give you more than you can. That's when anxiety starts again. But how can you get there in your own way to get to the point that you say, this is my life now, this is what I want? And like you mentioned in the beginning, there are people that have brilliant life. They just achieved so much. And we pay attention what they have now. Yes, now they have that beautiful home, they have 2 cars, they can go to the Caribbean on vacation, first class. But did ever anyone ask them, how did you get there? How long did it take you to get there? What happened? How was it a straight road? Was it overnight? And I bet nobody says no. Because I know about my own experience where I had to, I fell down a few times, but I had to count the times I got up and not the times I fell down. So it is for me, it's not a straight road, understand. It will wiggle and turn. Just go with it. Mm-hmm. Shift down and move forward.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that I love about what we're talking about here today, and I was sharing this during the break with you, there are certain cultures in the world that we have a sense of, right? I know for me, I was always struck by, the beauty, first of all, of Switzerland, and the depth and the power in the landscape of the country, number one. And, for me, growing up in northern Italy, I have relatives in Italy, I have relatives in Switzerland, and I never really understood this, but there is a sense of togetherness and collaboration and bringing things together and support. And I think this is part of the work that you do. When you engage with someone, just like the story you shared before, you are there to support them. Now, Barbara, let's talk about your toolkit. Let's talk about when we introduce Swiss hypnotherapy today, as we are doing, we're introducing to people a toolkit that you have that includes many things. I'd like to take a moment and talk about how you help people gain clarity through hypnotherapy, through Reiki, through all of the things that you do.
The first step, like I said, is for people to have the courage to come and see me. What I understood and what I see still in the world, hypnotherapy is still some kind of black magic, which has nothing to do with that. I'm doing therapy, and we just have to let go of that fear that hypnosis actually will bring you in a spot that you don't have control over yourself anymore. It's quite the contrary. In hypnotherapy, you're in control more than ever. You hear people, you respond to me, and you make your own decision. And that's what the first step for me when you come to me, it's always, I have to ask what you want. How do you see it? How do you feel about this? How are you going to approach that? And all these words that my client tells me, all these expressions, I never tell anybody what to do. I'm asking questions. Mm-hmm. And the answer is within you, and the right answer will come out. I will pay attention and I make notes of what the client says. And these, in hypnotherapy, it will be when I put you in hypnosis, in the trance, and we're going down to the quantum level where only neutrality exists, no judgment, no anything, just you, your beautiful you, and the beauty of freedom, of it's a relaxation for the mind. Your mind, imagine yourself just taking, you worked out very hard, and imagine yourself, you're taking a hot bath. You sink in, your muscles are relaxing, and you feel relaxed. Your muscles are giving in. And that's what we're doing with the mind. We relax your mind. So the chit-chat is not going on, oh my God, no, did I turn off the oven at home, or did I turn off the lights? It's just coming down, and it's you, the beautiful you. It's a deep relaxation tool, hypnotherapy. It's all it is. And that's what I'm bringing you down to, that state of being so relaxed that everything just becomes clear, and you see clarity, and you suddenly see that stuff has to go. You need new space for new. It's like your drawer with your old clothes. If you buy new clothes and you stuff them on the top, you open up your drawer, the new stuff just falls out, and the old stuff is there. We need to take the old underwear out, throw it out, and put the new one, fresh one in there. So when you open up the drawer in your home, it's new, and you're used to that. Get the habit of seeing new, and you learn how to let go of the old, because you get that feeling of new that brings you joy, freedom, and hey, I did that. Mm-hmm. So this is in hypnotherapy. Besides that, when you're willing to let go in that state, and I use the language of my client, the words he uses, not my words. These are not my words. I bring them in, and there's, like I said, it's imagination. It's the feeling it, getting the feeling of it, and imagine, seeing it, visualize it. That's still a hard word for me in English. Yeah. Visualize it. Somehow I need hypnotherapy for that one. But that's what it is. Seeing it as it is, and deal with what it is, and let's move forward. In that, I say I have to make the people understand it's not an overnight fix. If you feel you're coming in and tomorrow everything is beautiful and sunshine and you have no more worries, no, we are working on that. But I say we don't have to go on that for next 5-6 years. In my approach, in my Swiss clarity approach of hypnotherapy, in the way I learned tradition in my life, modalities in my own life, growing up in Switzerland, I can use them, and I can teach people how to relax by themselves over the period of time, let's say 21 days. That's what I have. It's 4 sessions, one-on-one, and one-on-one, it means I can do it on Skype. I had a lady who called me also. She actually was, or she is blind, and she had hypnotherapy with me, and I didn't see her. I don't know how this woman looks, but we did it over the phone. And with her, since she had no imagination, we had to work with feelings. So it works for everyone. You just have the courage once to let go.
Yeah.
What I do after the second session, I send my client then a personal recording that's tailored to him, so, or to her, that they can listen to it by themselves, and they can learn how to relax on their own, to take that mind relaxing bath that's nice and warm, and you feel how you just can let go. It's a teaching, and I can teach people that. And in workshops, you know, some people just want to take a taste of it. I can do that with 10, 20 people, just to learn once what you get when you relax.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a short break, because when we come back, Barbara, one of the things I want to make sure that we get fully covered for our listeners is this idea of relaxation, and why what you're talking about today is so important in our society. You know, there was a study that just came out, and the study that just came out was that what we're seeing now in the world is an almost automatic response to cell phone use. And what that means is that any moment that you are by yourself, rather than be by yourself and understand the power of relaxation and calming oneself, you either go for a video game, or you go for your smartphone, or you go for texting. And the latest study says that in the world we live in today, and it was a study done on millennials, in the world we live in today, every time a commercial comes on television, the cell phone is the go-to. Today, Barbara's going to walk us through what it is that we can learn about Swiss hypnotherapy, but more importantly, for those of you out there, Barbara is bringing this knowledge of clinical hypnotherapy to the forefront and showing us how this ancient tool, way back, how this ancient tool is being used today for relaxation, for addiction. It's one of the go-to places for people to quit smoking, all of the above. Now, couple that with the precision of what she has learned in the Swiss culture, and what do you have? You have a perfect possibility to healing, to wellness, to abundance, and living a great life. When we come back, more with Barbara. We're going to give you lots of information. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody, welcome back. I'm so thrilled. I'm Dr. Pat, and I'm here with Barbara Scheidegger. We're talking today, Let It Go Radio, of course, Living Your Future Now. This is a platform that I'm so thrilled to be sharing. Barbara has created a way for all of us to change our lives and change them for good. Today, it is really an honor and a pleasure to introduce Swiss Hypnotherapy to all of you. Really excited about this because I've gotten to spend quite a bit of time with Barbara, and I understand the depth and the breadth of what she is offering folks. For those of you out there, you have worked with her one-on-one from listening from the show, but more importantly, you know, this is really, really cool and exciting. So all the way from Switzerland, here she is, this ultimate Renaissance woman, but more than that, a wife, a mother, an entrepreneur, a life coach, an author, a host, a philanthropist, all of the above. The one thing that doesn't change for Barbara is she is here to help you. And this is what our network is based on, and this is what the world is calling for. Today, Swiss Hypnotherapy, you're hearing it first right here, but you're going to hear a lot more about it. Barbara, what is the best way for people to find out more about you? They can go to letitgohypnosis.com, barbarascheidegger.com, but how can they schedule time with you? What's the best way to do that?
Either you call me at my phone number, 323-999-4775. It's 323-999-4775. I offer free consultation, so there's nothing to worry about. We talk first, and then we can set up an appointment. And you're not obligated. If you feel like this is not for you, then it's fine. But I never had anybody leaving my office or not taking an appointment with me. But it's time just to pick up the phone or send me an email through the website. It's letitgohypnosis.com. Just you find all the information actually on the website. It's very easy to reach me. And as I say, you don't need to be my neighbor. You can be in Switzerland, you can be in Germany, you can be in Utah or Denver. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. You can contact me. Skype is very powerful. Like I said, I had that lady, we just did it on the phone. I didn't have to see her. It works. But I love to meet people, of course. And in any case, also, if sometimes people want me to be there with them and I fly to their organization, to their businesses, because I'm not doing just one-on-one. I can help businesses to get out of their black clouds with their employees or with the boss, or there's just something that they can't connect. And I've done, I was in the corporate business for over 20 years, and I had employees that when I saw them in the morning coming in with the black cloud over their head, I took them in immediately and we talked and everything was good. And my employees stayed with me until I left myself. But we had boomerang employees, they left and they always came back. The fact that they were important to me. I knew I needed them in my life too. And even as if you're a boss, it's to understand that people are working, they're working with you and not just for you.
Yeah.
And once you understand that, it's much easier to have people around you. And you just have a higher position. It doesn't make you a better person. The better person you can be is being yourself and accepting other people for who they are. And that's a learning experience too, for especially people in higher positions. Not taking just the power of their position and having that you must armor race wrestling going on because I'm the boss, you have to do it. No, we are all a community. No matter what your position is, we need each other. There is no way that someone can just survive all by himself. We need each other. We need somebody who lends me the glasses or this, because we have our specialties. We are unique, and that's what people have to understand. You're unique. There is nobody like you. So come back to your uniqueness. Don't try to be someone else. And this is what hypnotherapy teaches you and helps you. In hypnotherapy, you get a whole toolbox. And you use the tools you need and you want. And you learn how to use them. And even if you're not with me anymore, you still have that toolbox with you. And you use these tools. Once you get stuck and you don't know which tool you need, maybe you may have to make a phone call and say, hey, I'm a little bit stuck here, and I walk you through. And that's what I do with people. In the 21 days, we're working closely together, and you can take these 21 days in your life. Because you're gonna live in 100 years, 50 years. Make the next 50 years beautiful. And what's within hypnotherapy, we learn to pay attention to the little things. And I mean little things, I think it's a big thing too. Just seeing the sunrise. You're driving every morning on that freeway. And all you do is doing with the radio and can't wait until you can take your phone to text again, calling somebody. Put that once on the side. Pay attention what's going around you, what's going on there. How did you ever pay attention how your way of work is? Who is there? Who is standing there? What's going up? Do you see the sunrise? Do you see the sunset? Is there a tree? Or what happened when you're driving? Pay attention, start paying attention to you, what's going around you. And that's what we have to learn also today. Let's burst the bubble and see what's around you. Your awareness, you have to discover what's going on. And once you have that, once you discover yourself too, to appreciate the little things in life so you can go to the big things. And that's what we have to learn today. And that's what I have in my Swiss Hypnotherapy. We're paying attention to the little things. We start of being neutral. There's no blame. There's no game.
Right.
That's what it is.
Well, and then the thing that's really also important is I want to really make sure that everybody knows this. You're also known for writing about Yes, I Can, for helping people understand the power in Yes, I Can, having come from your own life's journey, your own experience, whatever that looks like for you, the challenges you've overcome, the success you've achieved. It's really understand those three words, yes, I can, so that people cannot get stuck in the patterns of their past, in the things that have happened to them, and get stuck in ways that we, even to this day, can't recognize ourselves. We just know we're not getting where we want to go. And this is how you're helping people get rid of those patterns and step into Yes, I Can.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you have to understand also in the morning when you get ready.
Yeah.
You're getting ready for yourself or for someone else.
Yeah. Let's take a short break, because when we come back, I want to make sure that we're inviting everybody out there to step into the world of Swiss Hypnotherapy and Yes, I Can. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Before the break, I was saying, listen, what is it about Swiss hypnotherapy, that we're talking about today with Barbara? And might I add, this is, clinical Swiss hypnotherapy, because what we're talking about is something that takes a broad and deep sense of training and healing. And that's what Barbara Scheidegger is doing today. Part of what you've created, Barbara, is the Yes, I Can aspect of this. And, I know this is your passion. I know this is what you believe. I know you see it in everybody you work with. And it's an important part of your message, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's not only what I believe. I went through it.
Yeah.
I went through it. I mean, you always have a choice in your life. Either you just bend down and say, okay, that's my life. But I had to say, no, yes, I can. Regardless what other people told me, you're 50 years old, and are you nuts to let go of all this? And now you're just walking away. You can't have a life like this. This is not going to work. And I had to say, yes, I can. In the morning when I woke up, I said, yes, I can. There were sometimes I went to bed in the night, I put the cover over my head. And I hope tomorrow morning when I wake up, the world has changed. Everything will be cool. It didn't work that well. I woke up to the same thing. So I had to make my own change. I had to take my health in my hand, because it was, I got sick, and they said I need surgery for my lifelong. I need shots. And look, if you need conventional medicine, fine. But I understood it. I didn't have to do anything from the outside. It had to be with me, the way I felt, the way I had my blockage within me. I had to unblock myself to let the flow through, the energy through. And today I'm healthy. I don't take any medicine. And not because I don't want to, I don't have to, and my body recovered. I'm really, I'm really a big believer of, yes, I can. And that's what I did, in the morning when I got up, and with that, hallelujah, I have to get up again. I went in front of the mirror, opened up my eyes, and said about 3 times, yes, I can. And I was pointing it to it until it just fell in, and suddenly I said, I'm good, I can. That gave me strength completely, that I had to talk to myself. We talk to ourselves. So tell yourself nice things. Like you would tell to your friend, you look beautiful, or I love your smile, or nice jacket. Yeah, look in the mirror and say, I love myself. You're cool.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You rock.
We're going to talk about this more in the shows we're going to do together. But, you and I have gone through lifetime, right? I really am really struck by how similar. If I had $1 for everybody that told me that I couldn't do something, right? I would be like you and I, we'd be able to retire and help a lot of
bank
other
account.
people. Oh my God, huge bank account.
Yes.
But I've also had people in my life, just like you, that have told me I could.
Yeah.
We have to help our minds, though, choose which one are we going to listen to.
That's correct. Absolutely. I realized that when I had one friend who said to me once when I was really down, this time, would you listen to me? And I said yes. And then these things came out, what he pointed out, what I accomplished in my life, how strong I am, and how actually I should be grateful for. And I had a handful of friends like this.
Yeah.
Here on the side, they were bags of people, But this was just a handful, and I paid attention to these people, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
That it was constantly, then I heard, yes, you can, yes, you can, yes, you can. It's possible. Just go ahead and do it. And that's the way I went on. And when something didn't feel good, I remembered what I heard on this side. Yes, I can. Or I had to force myself just to read something that was really positive. Or then I wrote it down myself that I can do this, I can do that, I can do this. And why I want it and what it will bring me. That helps so much.
Well, this is the first of many shows we're going to do together, and not just talking about, what it is we can help people with, but how we can help them. The work that you do, the culmination now of bringing everything that you've learned in your culture and your studying and working with people and what you've seen in results, because I think that's the energy we're talking about today.
Oh, absolutely. I just recommend to everyone now who's listening, look in the mirror right now. You have doubts, look in the mirror and say, I can. Yes, I can. At least 3 times. Take a deep breath, say it again. Take a deep breath, say it again. And you feel how you become, suddenly sit up straighter. I mean, I felt it myself when I did that. Wow, I got taller.
Right, exactly. And I love that we are talking about this and much more. Barbara, thank you so much for today. I'm really excited about the model that we're going to be sharing with people and, what the new message is going to be for the world out there. Last question. What's your personal message? What would you like to leave us with? And please give out your phone number again.
Yeah, it is don't fear the future. Don't fall back in the past. Live in the now. That brings peace and clarity. My phone number is 323-999-4775. 323-999-4775. And I have free consultation. So just call. You have nothing to lose.
No, not at all. And for those of you out there, you're going to be hearing much more about what Swiss hypnotherapy is based on from Barbara's life, but more importantly, what is it that she's creating and helping others create that is really unprecedented. We're going to take a short break, everyone. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you very much.
All right. And thank you. We'll be right back.
Thank you for listening to Let It Go Radio with Barbara Scheidegger. Tune in next month on TransformationTalkRadio.com as Barbara guides listeners to believing in who they can become and say yes to an epically amazing life. The future awaits you with Let It Go Radio. For more information on Barbara Scheidegger and her work, or to listen to past shows, visit her website at letitgohypnosis.com.